Hello everyone, Dark Blaine here, back playing some more AFK Arena. And in this video, I want to look at Alaro's skills, signature item, furniture, and engraving. So, looking down here, it's a new Mauler hero, like the patch notes said. It's going to be an agility-based hero. It's going to be a support. So this is the second support that we are going to have for the Maulers. The first one was Namisu, who was added to this game a long time ago, so we're finally getting a support, and a primary role is going to be Buffer. Okay, so I'm going to start with the skills. I'm going to go over to his ultimate ability, Unwanted Surprises. Alaro attacks an enemy target with poison daggers, dealing damage equal to 230% of his attack rating 3 times to the target. Within the next 15 seconds, the enemy struck by the poison daggers will lose health equal to 220% of Alaro's attack rating when they repeatedly use non-passive skills, and their attack rating will be reduced by 12%. The enemy's attack rating can be reduced up to 5 times. Now, level 2, enemy target loses 250% of Alaro's attack rating as health when they repeatedly use non-passive skills. Level 3, enemy target's attack rating is reduced by 14% when they repeatedly use non-passive skills. So this is basically just going to deal poison damage to the enemies, and I guess we'll see how well this ability does. Yeah, it seems like the normal percentages in terms of attack rating. So yeah, we'll just have to see how well that ability does. Let's move on to the second skill. Incognito mode, and this one's a passive ability. Passive, Alaro receives 30% less damage while on the enemy side of the battlefield. If Alaro is incognito, he will stop actively fighting and instead gather enemy intelligence. After gathering intelligence from all enemy heroes, Alaro ceases being incognito and returns to his team's backline to deliver the gathered intelligence to his allies. For the following 60 seconds, allied heroes gain an additional 16 energy points when dealing damage to enemies who have already had their intelligence stolen by Alaro. Each ally can only trigger this effect once every 1 second. When Alaro ceases being incognito, he immediately returns to pass on the intelligence he has gathered from his enemies to his allies. Level 2, enemies who have had their intelligence stolen lose 16% crit block rate. Level 3, for the following 85 seconds, allied heroes gain an additional 16 energy points when dealing damage to enemies who have already had their intelligence stolen. And at level 4, enemies who have had their intelligence stolen lose 30% crit block rate. This ability sounds really good. For the following 85 seconds. So yeah, allies will be gaining 16 energy points for 85 seconds when they're doing damage to the enemies who've had their intelligence stolen. That's a long time, and I believe the whole battle lasts for 90 seconds. So yeah, there's only a 5-second difference there. That's a long time. And yeah, I guess we'll see how well this ability does as well. But that. Just from first looks, it sounds really cool. Okay, let's move on to the third one here, Dummy Double. At the start of battles, Alaro creates a dummy that occupies his original position that possesses the same attributes as himself. After creating the dummy, Alaro goes incognito, during which time he is immune to damage and control effects. When Alaro's dummy is destroyed, Alaro ceases being incognito and the dummy deals 420% of Alaro's attack rating as AoE damage to nearby enemies, also stunning them for 3 seconds. Level 2, dummy deals 460% of Alaro's attack rating as AoE damage when destroyed. Level 3, enemies are stunned for 5 seconds. And at level 4, when the dummy is destroyed, all allies are granted a shield that mitigates damage equal to 550% of Alaro's attack rating. So, he's just going to create a dummy here, and when the dummy is destroyed, it'll deal damage as AoE damage, and it'll also stun them. That's very cool. And also, when the dummy is destroyed, allies will be given a shield. as well. So that sounds pretty cool. That sounds like a pretty cool ability. Let's move on to the final skill, Snooping Ambush. Alaro makes a record of the enemy with the highest attack rating and then uses his blowgun to deal damage equal to 270% of his attack rating to the enemy, simultaneously removing the majority of the enemy's buffs in the following 7 seconds. Alaro shows the enemy target, or slows the enemy target, and makes another record of the enemy's attack rating, and then compares the difference between both records based on the attack rating difference. The enemy will lose more haste the greater the difference is. The quantity of haste lost by the enemy will be increased by a minimum of 10 points and by a maximum of 30 points. So yeah, basically Alaro will looks like Alaro will reduce the attack rating of the enemy with the highest attack rating, and it'll also remove haste based on how big the difference is between the initial attack rating and the final attack rating. Level 2 damage is increased to 320%. Level 3 duration of the skill is increased to 10 seconds. And level 4, Alaro slows the enemy target and makes another record of the enemy's attack rating, and then compares the difference between both records. While the target is slowed based on the attack rating difference, the enemy will receive more damage the greater the difference is. Damage received by the enemy will be increased by a minimum of 10% and a maximum of 40%. So with the level 4 here, it's basically saying the same thing above here, except for haste, looks like it's saying damage. They'll take more damage based on how big the difference is. So yeah, that sounds pretty cool there. I guess one thing I'm not liking so far is I didn't really see a lot of support. I've just been seeing a lot of damage, which, there's that ranger class there, so yeah, he's going to be doing a lot of trying to at least do a lot of damage, but I'm not seeing a lot of the support aspect really. I saw a little bit of the buff going on, but not too much support, I don't think. Okay, let's move on to the signature item. Let's see what the signature item has here. Mauler Warhorn. The signature item skill, all too easy. It's a passive. Allies within a certain range of Alaro recover health equal to 190% of his attack rating and gain 30 dodge points for the following 3 seconds. Each ally may only receive this effect once every 4 seconds. So the allies will recover health, and they'll also gain 30 dodge points for 3 seconds when they're in range of Alaro. Plus 10, allies recover health equal to 220% of Alaro's attack rating, and gain 30 dodge points for the following 3 seconds. Allies plus 20, allies recover health equal to 250% and 50 dodge points. And at plus 30, another passive here, enemies within a certain range of Alaro lose 120 accuracy points for the following 4 seconds. Each enemy may only suffer this effect once every 8 seconds. Okay, so it's just giving the allies health and dodge, and it's also making the enemies lose accuracy points. Honestly, by the look of this, I actually don't really like it. Honestly, I don't really like this. It just seems too simple, I guess. He's only giving allies health and dodge, and he's only making the enemy lose accuracy points. I think this could possibly help in the battle, but I think this is just really too simple for a hero. Yeah, that's my opinion on the signature item anyway. Let's move on to the furniture. Let's see what the furniture has here. Okay, so it's called Intelligence Analysis, the 3 of 3. Excluding Alaro, allies that successfully use control effects against enemies who have had their intelligence stolen by Alaro gain 30 haste points for the following 6 seconds. This effect cannot be stacked. So, if allies successfully use crowd control against enemies who've had their intelligence stolen, they'll gain 30 haste points. That sounds pretty cool. And the 9 of 9, allies that possess intelligence about enemies gain an additional 24 insight points. Okay, so I was hoping that they would do something with the insight points when I heard about about Alaro stealing intelligence. I just thought that would be, I guess, the logical route, is that they'll know what the enemy's plan is, and so they'll gain insight. So it looks like with the 9 of 9 they'll be given insight. So that's very cool. But yeah, overall I like the haste for the 3 of 3, but overall I just think the furniture is also met as well. As it's just, yeah, I don't know. They're just given stats, just like the signature item. Okay, and I believe with the bottom 2 skills, I already looked at the engraving with the level 4, so I don't think I need to look at their engraving again. So yeah, I don't think I need to do this here. When done destroyed, yeah, I already looked at these, but each star he's reached, he gets 10 additional dodge points, so that's pretty cool. Okay, let's move on to the Arena of Trials. Let's test him out here. Okay, here I am. I'm gonna start off with the wooden dummy, just see how well his skills look here. Yeah, this is not the initial, or this is not the official test with the Arena Guardian. And there's his dummy, and the enemies here are going after the dummy. Yeah, it looks like that dummy's gonna stay up for a while here. They're barely doing any damage to it. They're barely doing any damage to that dummy. And there's his ultimate ability, shooting down the enemies with his darts, his poison daggers, I should say. And yeah, it looks like he's doing quite a bit of damage with that ultimate ability. That ultimate ability looks pretty solid, but I'm not seeing like healing, not seeing too much healing. I mean, I think there's a little bit of healing going on there, but I'm not seeing too much of it so far. Not seeing too much support, really. I'm just seeing a classic ranger hero going after the enemies. Yeah, one thing I'm worried about is just like with a bunch of the other ranger heroes, that he'll just go onto the battlefield, go after the enemies, and just immediately die. I see that happen with quite a few of the ranger heroes. So yeah, it's kind of weird seeing a ranger support hero there. Yeah, his abilities look pretty simple. They don't look too extravagant, really. Okay, let's move on to the Arena Guardian here, and I might just put him in the backline based on what heroes we have here. Yeah, we have Granite and Arthur. I might just put him in the back and then use Granite and Arthur here. We have Khazard. I'll go ahead and put Khazard back there, and let's go for Nimisu. Get that bonus, and I'll just keep them both back there as well, back against Arthur. Okay, let's go ahead and battle here, and yeah, let's just see how well this team performs. And this battle is just gonna be a tiny bit sluggish at the beginning, I think. And once again, there's the dummy there. And there's the dummy back there. And Grizzle is gonna try to attack the dummy with his minions. Yeah, he's just roaming all around the battlefield. Yeah, Alaro's just roaming all around the battlefield. And there he is again. He took down Oden with that ultimate ability. That looked pretty powerful against Oden. Yeah, everyone's staying mostly at max health here, so everyone's looking really good. And there goes Shamira. And we still have Grizzle to take care of here. And Grizzle looks like Grizzle's almost down. There we go. Everyone survived that one pretty easily. Okay, let's look at the stats here. And Khazard doing most damage. Yeah, it looks like he didn't do the most damage. He did the least amount of damage, actually, and very little healing. Honestly, I'm not very impressed with that. He did even less damage than Arthur. Arthur's not one to do the most damage in comps. He's mostly there for taking, and yeah, Alaro didn't even do more damage than Arthur did. I'm actually not very impressed by that. I'm not impressed at all with that damage, and even that healing I'm not very impressed with either. So yeah, that's the Arena Guardian. Overall, my opinion on him, I actually don't know really how well he's going to perform. Honestly, based on what I saw in the Arena Guardian, I'm not really that impressed with him, honestly. I was expecting more, like maybe a little bit more healing from him, but it looks like they just decided to make him a classic ranger. It looked like they went more on the ranger side than they did with the support. But yeah, that's just my opinion of him anyway. And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe. There'll be a button up on my head that will allow you to do that. And if you want to see some more of my other videos, there'll be some videos to the left of your screen. And thanks for watching.